My name is Mary Bush, and today's topic is Best Practices by Marzano, Reinforcing Effort and Providing Recognition. The objective for this topic is to reinforce students to learn and to help students see the connection between the effort that they show and the achievement. So this strategy could be used for about any student, but the targeted audiences, including students with disabilities, include students who are not turning in their assignments, students who are not putting effort into their work, students with a specific learning disability, students with a traumatic brain injury, or students with emotional behavioral disorders. The necessary materials needed could be puffballs, stickers, a small pieces of note paper that have like an encouraging saying on it, a high five, or a verbal good job. The procedure, which are the steps needed to be taken, would be to first teach student what effort is. So give them examples and show them what effort really means. The second step would be to teach students what achievement is. The third would be to use as examples of people who have shown effort and emphasize the effort. Another thing that you could add on to here would be to teach the students the differences between effort and achievement, so students don't get those two mixed up. And the last step would be to have students do an activity, and when you see that the student is getting stuck on their work, you can congratulate them on their effort that they have shown and reinforce them on what they have worked on. So it doesn't mean the students have to get everything completely perfect, but you can enforce what they have done and how far they have grown. So the first example I have is a high five. A high five to a lot of students means that they're doing good, and by giving a student a high five, it also shows them that you are proud of them and that you're proud of the effort that they have made. It is also something that they can maybe see other students do in the classroom and also want to receive a high five so they can continue working on with their hardest effort. The second example I have is puff balls. So these little puff balls can be placed in a mason jar, and if a student has so many, that means that they've gotten that much good effort done on their work, and that's something that they can have on their desk and kept away in their cubbies, and just can be something that they can be really proud of and want to continue to receive these puffballs. The third example would be these little cards. This one I really liked, and it was saying that you got caught, but it's actually you got caught doing something good. So it means that the student is continuously being reinforced and showing that they are giving that effort out and that they are trying their hardest to do the work that they are doing. So this could mean if, for example, for a student who is not turning in their work, by giving them one of these, and maybe that even if the work only has, say, 5 out of 10 of the questions answered, but they still turned it in, you could give them one of these to show that even though they didn't completely finish the work, that the effort is still there and that you see that they are doing the effort. So any SDIs or SAS that would be needed for students with disabilities? So there really isn't a whole lot for this one, but one that could possibly help would be a copy of the notes so that they will have the constant reminder of what the effort means. So it could be a little handout saying, the achievement would be to complete 10 out of 10 of this worksheet. But if you have only 7 out of 10, that is still putting forth the effort and that you are still proud. So another one, the second help that could be used would be maybe just verbal prompts and verbal reminders to remind the student that trying their best and showing the effort is more important at this time than the full achievement. So these are some references that I have found that you can, for teachers and for parents and for students who could even look them up. So these all explain what effort is and what achievement is. It also gives stories of people who are famous who the students could relate with about effort and achievement. And they can read those and maybe be more encouraged to show the effort and achievement. So I have 3 formative questions for my peers to answer, and these will also be posted on my handout. The first would be, what is the main objective of using the reinforcing effort and providing recognition strategy? So what is the main objective of the lesson that I just explained? The second would be, how would this strategy help a student with an emotional behavioral disorder? And the third is, in what way would you use this strategy in your classroom? For the third question, it doesn't have to be an example that I gave within this PowerPoint, but it could be one that you might make up and you could reinforce it within your classroom. All right, that is all I have. Thank you for watching.